Okay, Nasai Minasan. Today we are gonna take a look at Kamen Rider Gotchard episode 27. Before watching the episode, without further ado, let us start with the trailer. Let's go. Okay. Hopper one. Psycho no Gacha. So that is the trailer. And the funny thing is, like, when the actors themselves read the script, they are like, is this the last episode of Gotchard? And I actually spot something similar in my previous episode review where we talk about how Gleon's plan is already in motion and we are actually fighting against Gleon right now. We even see Gleon henshin into Dread type 2, I would assume. And so it really makes me wonder, like, how are they gonna continue on with the story itself? So what is the story gonna be about after episode 27? Are we finally gonna see Kamen Rider Legend enter the official TV series of Kamen Rider Gotchard, or are we gonna figure out a way to make things even more interesting? It's kind of like, I think another way they can spin things around is to really utilize the Chemys themselves to becoming kind of like a villain good thing going on, or maybe we are actually gonna see Kamen Rider Daybreak Gleon making a kind of like a multiversal jump into this universe to be like, ha ha ha, so I have ruled my world, but right now I am here to rule your world as well, something like that. So I think that's gonna be a little bit weird and dumb, but at the same time, I have no idea how are they gonna like continue on with the story if they do defeat Gleon in the next episode. Okay, so with that being said, let us take a look at the trailer scene by scene to maybe we can figure out a little bit on what could possibly happen in the next episode. Okay, so next, starting out with the henshin sequence of Gleon himself. Okay, so Gleon is gonna henshin using the Dread Driver. We see him having a lot of like golden jewelry and all the stuff, and right now he is gonna become Dread type 2. Okay, so it is gonna be the, I think the card that he used is the one that the one that Valvrat used, the Oni thing. I'm not sure what is the name, but it looks good. I love the shoulder piece. The shoulder piece looks really fantastic. Really love the teeth that is coming up from the bottom. I think those are like really good design, and someone actually did kind of like the photo matching thing, like with type 1 and type 2 matching together, so we might actually get that further down the line. Okay, but I'm not sure when is it gonna happen, who is it gonna use. I think Cloto might actually be the one that is gonna finally, at the end of the day, utilize the power of the Dread Driver fully, and then that is how she's gonna die. Okay, because she maximized herself into the Dread Driver, and we established that the user of the Dread Driver is gonna feel drained, their power is gonna get sucked out by the driver and all those stuff. So maybe that's how Cloto is gonna die in further down in the next few episodes. Okay, maybe not, we are not sure, we just have to wait and see. Next, we get to see some action scene between Valvarat, Majet, Iron Gotchard, and also Gleon itself. Okay, so really fantastic stuff. Next, we get to see Spana and Cloto is having a duel out, like they're hugging one another, but actually they're fighting with one another. Maybe like Spana is like holding back Cloto, trying to stop her from sabotaging something that they have planned. Maybe this is the moment where we actually get to see Houtarou becoming Platinum Gotchard itself. Okay, so next we get to see the side character all be like, hey, you can do this, something like that. So next we get to see some Cloto Atropos fight against Renge and Sabimaru. So that is pretty interesting. Really did not expect them to have such a huge role in this episode, because all of the riders actually have their powers. So the side character are usually just like sitting on the sideline with like screaming their name. It's like, hey, dude, can do this, something like that. But I really did not expect them to fight. Okay, but they're fighting, so that's pretty cool. Next, we get to see Rene falling down onto the floor. She's losing. Next, we get to see what was her name? Kyoka, I think. Okay, so she's talking to Minato, not sure what they are talking about, but they look very, very sad. Maybe it's about like, hey, you have to forgive yourself, man. You have to forgive yourself, something like that. And next we get to see Houtarou standing in front of the leg, and inside of the leg are all the Chemy Cards being possessed by the dark energy and something like that. So we're not sure what is gonna happen to all these Chemy Cards, but I have a theory is that Glion is gonna be successful in creating his own version of cards of Chemy Cards itself. So just like how there is a replic Chemy card, but right now what Glion is trying to do is similar concept, is still a replic Chemy card, but this time it is the whole deck, and it is a more kind of like a more masterful version of it. I'm not sure, but that is just kind of like an idea of what the hell is actually going on here. Or maybe like I mentioned in the previous episode breakdown, which is a possibility of the Philosopher's Stone. It might be coming. We have been like waiting for that for a long time, but next we get to see the first look of Platinum Gotchard itself. It looks fantastic. It is all white, golden in color. This is not the final form of Kamen Rider Gotchard, okay? Because right now it's only episode 27. I believe there is still gonna be at least one more form before we end the series, and it is gonna be Rainbow Gotchard. According to the rumors, according to the leaks, Rainbow Gotchard is the name of the suit, okay? But I think this upcoming episode is gonna be lit. It's gonna be fantastic. How is it gonna fare? How the story is gonna end in the next episode, we just have to wait and see. I don't think Glion is gonna be successful. Like, definitely Houtarou is gonna stop his plan, because if Glion did manage to get what he wants, then you know the whole thing about Daybreak, you know, coming into the past, changing the future, it's kind of like meaningless in a sense if you really think about it. But then again, we also kind of like know that Daybreak has failed in the past, so maybe there's a possibility that Houtarou might fail as well. But right now it seems like we are on the good timeline, okay? We are on the timeline where everything goes according to plan and no one succumb to the dark side, because we can easily see that Spana succumb to the dark side and become kind of like a minion to Glion. That is gonna cause them to find it more difficult for them to defeat Glion, if that is the case, because we are not sure what actually happened in the War of Daybreak, but there's a possibility that this actually happened, okay? Like Spana went to the dark side, Rene never become Majet, maybe that is the case. So there's a lot of possibility on how things could go wrong, but this is fantastic. I love it. Hopefully things are gonna like just keep on going more interesting by the episode, okay? But right now it's time to say goodbye. It's time to say sayonara, and yeah, I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Goodbye.